Hello everyone, Jobenblue here with Dolphin's April 2017 progress report. There's actually been some new news that has come out since this report, and I'm going to be covering that too once this report is over. I'll be basically explaining what that news means to the end users of Dolphin, most likely like yourself. I apologize, it's been so long to get this report out there. Maze should be out in a more timely release. So first up here, we have position-independent code support for the x86-64 JITIL. Basically what this does is allows Android users to use the x86 recompiler and not just the AR64 recompiler. They're currently in the process of improving their ARC recompiler, but in the meantime, Android users will be able to use this, and it'll lead to higher compatibility and less bugs when running on Android. Next up is for the audio. They implemented a loop counter and supported U-codes without LPF. So in English, what that means is it basically fixes the audio for Rogue Squadron 2 and Rogue Squadron 3. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a test of what that sounds like. 3, 2. Yeah, you hear that? That's what they're talking about. It's just a horrible mess. And here it is after they fixed it. And as you can tell, everything's working fine, and there are no more issues. This change only affects Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 and 3. Other games like Super Monkey Ball used this kind of audio, but they were not affected by this change. Unfortunately, the Rogue Squadron games are one of those titles that just aren't really playable in Dolphin right now. And unfortunately, it seems like it's going to stay that way, because there are some GPU timing issues. So basically, to get these games running at a proper speed, they're going to have to rewrite some parts of Dolphin. The developer from Citra also helped again right here, fixing an issue with Dolphin on the Mac OS. They broke the ability to type while Dolphin is running, and this fixes that, so now you can type again. Next up, we have reworking anamorphic widescreen heuristics. And what this does is basically fix widescreen hacks for games such as Wind Waker. As before, the menu was stretched to 4:3, now it is displaying properly. Here's another change by the Citra developer. It is called pitch preserving audio stretching. And basically what this does is allows audio to be stretched out whenever Dolphin isn't running at a full 60 FPS. So here's some examples of what that sounds like. Here it is without any audio stretching at all. Yeah, you can hear all the like pops, and yeah, it's just a mess. And this is what it sounds like with the audio stretching. And here is what it's supposed to be. Is it perfect? No, but it's definitely a lot better than it was before. Unfortunately, this does affect latency and input lag in games, so if you're fine with listening to the bad audio and sacrifice for some better latency, there's an option in Dolphin where you can actually turn this feature off. Next up is fixing game banners on Android. So basically, Android was reading bad color data, which led to messed up colors like you see here in the image on the left, and they changed it into a format which Dolphin can actually read and understand. So now the colors are working correctly in these banners. The next change is implementing conditional register cache for the ARC64 recompiler. This gives a small boost to games such as Pikmin 2, and that doesn't seem a lot, but as I say here, every little bit will help on Android. Unfortunately, it's not in that x86 recompiler yet. The next up is the ability to compress custom textures. So whenever you are using a custom texture pack, such as Hytapia's Wind Waker texture pack, it required an insane amount of RAM, in some cases 24 gigabytes. And with this ability, you can reduce RAM usage when using these custom texture packs by about 85%. And that's the end for the report. Dolphin went from version 5.0-3253 and is now version 5.0-3570. Now it's time to go into the new Dolphin news. The first of these things is that Dolphin is dropping its JITIL x86-64 CPU backend. This is different as opposed to the just regular JIT that we just talked about in the progress report. The creator of this post is very knowledgeable about Dolphin, and whenever he was asked if normal users of Dolphin would really be affected by this, he said it's probably not, and you most likely just use the JIT anyways. The reasons why they said that they were going to drop it is because it's unmaintained, there's no reason for people to use this over the regular JIT, and it's also preventing them from making position-independent executable builds, which is necessary for platforms such as Android. Those are the 3 big ones, but there's probably some others as well. The other thing that they decided to drop is the D3D12 video backend. And basically the reason why they're getting rid of this video backend is because they're also on the Vulkan hype train, and they think that Vulkan can definitely be a lot better than D3D12 is right now or ever could be. And that'll wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video.